Hey everybody, it's Txboyinnyc here, coming to you from my little corner of the universe here in one of the greatest cities of the world, New York City. It's Valentine's Day, and that means it's the season of love. Hope everybody's enjoying your Valentine's Day or your Valentine. If not, don't worry, I'll be your Valentine. I just want to say thank you guys so much for liking and subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it. And I just want to say hello to my new subscribers. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. I'm enjoying it, so I hope you guys are enjoying it. So, without further ado, what better way to start the season of love than to talk about my favorite Valentine's Day horror movies? Now, I know it sounds a little bit weird, but every single season has its own version of horror movies. So you got your Halloween horror movies like the Halloween movies, Trick or Treat, Bad Candy, and then you also have your Christmas movies, which are like, Black Christmas, uh, Silent Night, Deadly Night, what else? Krampus. But there's also Valentine's Day horror movies. And that's one of the genres that I love because I personally, I'm not really a big Valentine's Day fan. So I tend to just either be at home or do whatever. And I love to watch horror movies that have to do with Valentine's Day. And these are just some of the movies that I personally love to watch, and I think that you guys would enjoy watching them too. So I'm just going to go and give you a little rundown of each movie and let you know which movies are out there for you guys and gals to watch that have to do with love or Valentine's Day.
Don't you want your first time to be something beautiful, something romantic?
All right, one of the first movies that I want to talk about is Cherry Falls. Now, Cherry Falls stars Brittany Murphy, the late great Brittany Murphy. And if you don't know who Brittany Murphy is, she was in Clueless, she was in Uptown Girls, she was in Little Black Book. During her time, she was probably one of the greatest actresses when it comes to rom-coms. And she unfortunately died tragically at a young age, and it was suspected that maybe like her boyfriend at the time had did it. She had fallen in her bathtub at home, and there's like some really weird circumstances to that. So if you want to learn more about that, there's a documentary, I think on Netflix or HBO, that you can look up, and it's about the death of Brittany Murphy. I personally haven't watched any movie with Brittany Murphy in it ever since she died because I really loved her as an actress, and it was really hard for me to watch anything that any of my favorite actors have passed away in. So she's no exception. But lately, Cherry Falls has been popping up on Twitter and in the horror community. People have been talking about it lately. So it's one of those things that, hey, maybe I should go give it another try, especially since it's a horror movie. And if anybody's going to bring me out to watch a horror movie, it's going to be Brittany Murphy. Her character is super spasmatic in this movie. She's a spaz. It's about, a bunch of teens that are being murdered, but instead of, your typical genre trope where if you're having sex, you're going to be killed. Well, this movie takes the genre and flips it on its head, and instead of killing the people who are having sex, it starts killing the people who are virgins. So it's kind of fun to watch a bunch of teenagers, trying to figure out how to lose their virginity. Because I don't know if you guys remember, but back in the day, that was like the big thing when you were in high school. It's like, how am I going to lose my virginity? Well, now you have to, or you're going to die. So that was the thing with this movie. It's really cool. I loved it. I liked how they kind of messed around with the genre a little bit, and the killer is not who you expected, obviously, but it's a good movie to watch. And if you guys are into horror movies, you should definitely come check this out. It's called Cherry Falls. I would highly recommend it. And let's see, the next movie that I want to talk about is gonna be
I got a Valentine the other day. It was awful. It was someone saying that they were going to kill me.
So Valentine stars David Boreanaz from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and then the spinoff Angel, and then it also has Denise Richards, Marley Shelton. Who's the other one? Oh, Katherine Heigl from Grey's Anatomy, and these are all actresses that were like in their early careers. So it's really cool to watch them do this. Really, it's not that great of a movie, but it's really good to watch them do this movie that had to do with Valentine's Day. And then the next movie that I for sure would like to watch, or that I would definitely suggest to watch, is a movie by the name of My Bloody Valentine.
This is the most horrific event this town has ever seen. Authorities are calling this the Valentine's Day Massacre.
You're probably wondering, where have I heard that before? Well, it's because the original Bloody Valentine was in 1981, and that was the original. But then you have this new 3D version that came out, and it starred Jensen Ackles from Supernatural, Jamie King from The Real World. She's a model. I mean, it was a really cool movie. It wasn't a remake, it was more like a reboot, but it didn't have anything really to do with the original story, which was the original My Bloody Valentine. And the original My Bloody Valentine, now that movie is must see. This is a movie that when I was a kid, I started watching it, and there's this one scene where they put a lady inside of a industrial size dryer, and that's how she's killed. Well, that fucked me up when I was a kid, and I was like, wow, don't ever get inside of washer. But I just thought like that was such a weird way to kill somebody. And this movie is it's really, really good. I mean, it has to do with the coal mines, and if you ever watched it, you know what I'm talking about. There's some really cool kills. There's definitely some classic moments in this movie. You should definitely check it out. If you're looking for something to watch, you should watch My Bloody Valentine, both the original and the 2009, I think it was, 3D version. The other movie that I wanted to talk about, and the last movie that I was going to talk about, is one of my favorite movies, and I can never get enough of this movie, and this movie is called Night of the Creeps. If you haven't heard of it, it's about just, your typical college movie, and you have these two pledges that they find this frozen, body, and they want to play a prank, and then everything just goes haywire after this. But the thing I love about this movie, it's got aliens, it's got zombies, it's got killer slugs, and it's got one of the greatest taglines in any horror movie that I ever seen.
Good news and bad news, girls. The good news is your dates are here.
What's the bad news?
They're dead.
And that was delivered by Tom Atkins, one of the greatest actors. I just remember, like, when I watched this movie as a kid, I was kind of blown away because, it had everything in it. Like I said, it has zombies. It's got, killer skeletons and just everything in it. And I loved it. The special effects are all practical. So it was, way before, of course, computer generated effects came out. But this movie, definitely you should watch it. And if you want to watch something with, I don't know, your significant other that maybe you want to get close, or if you want to scare the shit out of them, then I would definitely watch any one of these movies that are on my list. And Night of the Creeps is definitely on top of that list. So hope you guys are enjoying the list so far. And I just want to say once again, thank you guys for watching. This is going to be a pretty short one. I just wanted to make a little quick Valentine's Day playlist for you guys. If you have any suggestions, any movies that I might have left out, just leave them in the comments or just shoot me a text or whatever. I'm always up to watch brand new movies or old movies for the first time. So anything is a great suggestion. Hope you guys are having a great rest of February. If you're not working yet, just hang in there. It's going to get better. If you're a brand new subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing. Everybody, thank y'all so much. I really enjoyed doing this for you guys, and I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. And just keep on watching and keep on liking and subscribing. Hope you guys are having a great day. And just, this is Txboy in NYC signing out.